Wrestling fans have been talking. On SmackDown, you got Christian keeps fighting and fighting, hoping one day he'll regain his world title from Randy Orton and will not rest until he gets his rematch where he finally wins the title. You have Mark Henry going wild, mainly on Big Show, beating him up every time he gets a chance, throwing him, or pushing him through announcer, or interview sets, taking a steel cage door off its hinges and using it to put Big Show through the wall of a steel cage. Guy's gone crazy. Him and Big Show clearly have a strong rivalry going on. And then look at TNA. You got, or Impact Wrestling. Mick Foley just recently fired from the network. Sting lost his title to Mr. Anderson. Has a rematch in a few weeks on Impact, but that's not good enough. Going crazy against Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan, making sure what's right is done. And then TNA is leading to their big pay-per-view coming up on July 10th, an all X Division pay-per-view, Destination X, which features some of the X Division legends as well as the current stars of today's X Division, all during a one-night reunion of the six-sided ring. Certainly, there's a lot of things being talked about in the wrestling world right now, but there's one that sticks out head and shoulders above everybody or everything else going on in wrestling. And if you're a wrestling fan and you have no idea what that one thing is, and clearly you were living under a rock this last Monday on Raw, during Raw. But first, welcome to John's Wrestling Views. I am your host, John. Thanks for tuning in. This episode solely focusing on CM Punk. Last Monday, delivering what many considered might have been a shoot promo at the end of Raw. Talking about his current frustrations with the company, going on and on, listing a bunch of things that he feels is happening. A bunch of allegations and that, and unprofessional conduct, to the point where the WWE audio-visual people had to turn off his microphone. That didn't work either because he still was shouting. He wanted his voice to be heard until they just went off the air. Very controversial, to say the least, that happened this last Monday. Right afterwards, if you went to WWE.com, it was announced immediately following that promo that CM Punk left. Vince McMahon said that CM Punk was now suspended for his unprofessional conduct, suspended indefinitely. His contract ends July 17th, and he wasn't planning on coming back anyway. That was legit, and now he's getting suspended indefinitely. One would assume this is a full-blown termination then. But the question really is, what's the story? How is CM Punk standing in the company? They've already gotten rid of his Superstars page on their roster on WWE.com. Where is CM Punk standing with the company? Is he in good terms? What's going on? Was what he said at the end of Raw a promo or a shoot? What was going on? If you ask me, best ending to Raw at least since the formation of the Nexus. Controversial, yeah. I mean, look at WCW back in the days with the NWO. NWO was constantly the center of controversy, but that's what brought the viewers in. CM Punk just came out there last Monday night, said a bunch of things he supposedly wasn't supposed to say. Yeah, it brought controversy to say the least, but that's how WWE is going to get their ratings. And I've been doing a lot of thinking about this the last couple days. For example, if it was completely a shoot, if it was completely something he wasn't supposed to say, first of all, why did WWE let this promo go on as long as it did before cutting him off? If he was saying things he wasn't supposed to say, they would have cut him off long before they did. He mentioned Ring of Honor during his promo, saying maybe I'll go back there and defend the WWE Championship there. Hi, Colt Cabana. One would assume that if this was actually a shoot and not a promo, maybe CM Punk would have mentioned TNA after that, or Impact Wrestling. You know, who knows? WWE never brings up Impact Wrestling, so yeah, I can see that. WWE, it's a PG show. One would assume that if this was a shoot, not a promo, that CM Punk would be saying a lot more using a lot more words than he said. Definitely more of a colorful vocabulary that he would use. He didn't. You know, yeah, it was controversial and he pushed it to the edge. Still a PG rating though, and he delivered a PG rating rant, a PG rating complaint. It was controversial. People think, yeah, it was unprofessional, but nothing really crossed the line to make it more than just PG. As JR put it, you know, this is something that you would see in the Attitude Era. CM Punk kind of bringing that back in a PG show, but nothing was said or done that would make it stand out away from PG. Way to go, CM Punk. WWE and wrestling in general is completely against mentioning Chris Benoit's name. You know, CM Punk hasn't had a lot to do with CM Punk hasn't had a lot to do with Chris Benoit, during their short time together in the company. But, you know, if he was going to keep complaining, that's one thing a lot of wrestling fans complain about, is how Chris Benoit's name can't even be mentioned at all. CM Punk didn't mention it either. You know, maybe I'm just ranting, but there's clearly some things that he did not cross the line in that would make it so bad where WWE would actually need to take legal actions about actually terminating him, whatever. CM Punk, as far as I know, his contract is supposed to end July 17th. According to WWE.com, they've reached an agreement where CM Punk will still fulfill his non-televised contractual obligations. He's still going to appear at live events, and him and WWE are just going to let off on each other. You know, stay professional with this through the 17th. But at least how things were staying on Monday, and the more tweets I look at from past superstars, legends of the business, such as Stone Cold Steve Austin, such as JR, it's just a storyline. CM Punk, his contract does end the 17th. Who knows what's going to happen after the 17th. WWE's going to make it look like right now it's not going to be Cena and Punk at Money in the Bank for a title. But, you know, listen to the fans here, WWE. That was a tremendous promo, what CM Punk did at the end of Monday night. It's got to remain the same at title shot. And you know what? I think it was enough to put CM Punk over, maybe to earn the title. I don't think CM Punk's done with WWE in a long shot. You know, his contract may be up to 17th. He may not renew it for a while, but he will be back if WWE allows it. Maybe as a favorite again, maybe as the next Stone Cold Steve Austin with his rugged attitude, who knows. But that was brilliant what CM Punk did at the end of Monday night, and if that doesn't bring the company ratings, I don't know what will. But that's for now. That's all for now. Thanks for tuning in. I'm John. Have a good one.